Mark, I guess last weekend it was as we both said, it was a horrible, ugly weekend for everybody. Some of the fans took it in different ways. Some are positive and trying to look ahead to the playoffs. Others aren't. What are your thoughts on how the fans feel?
Well, it was a disappointing atmosphere, disappointing game, disappointing performance. We didn't play well. We had enough quality on the pitch to win that game 10 times over. We had all of the ball, but we didn't create anything. You could probably talk about tactics, you can talk about whatever you want, but if those players on the pitch don't create anything, you're not going to win the game. Supporters are going to get frustrated. That happens all over the country. You know, we've probably got, I don't know, a hardcore of 1,200. I would say probably 1,100 of them have been fantastic this season, and they've followed us through thick and thin and backed us. You're always going to get the odd minority that are going to scream and shout abuse at certain players. You're never going to affect that. So that's just the way it is. But all that does is gives us a spur to prove them wrong at the end of the season, and it drives us forward, really.
Yeah. So in that case, if there is a negative from the terraces, how much do the players have to turn that around in themselves? How much does it really affect a player? You've been a player, so what's it like when you've
it'll affect some more than others, but it's usually the younger ones they shout at. You know, it's not the stalwarts or the ones that have been here a long time. It's usually the ones that maybe are alone or young ones that they can pick on. So that's usually the way it is, but it's not productive. Whatever way you do it, it's not productive. It's just people letting off steam, which I understand. But listen, if any of them supporters want to come and speak to me, they can come and speak to me. I'm in the office most afternoons. They're more than welcome to come and have a cup of tea with me. Not a problem at all.
Yeah. The atmosphere, I thought, on Saturday was strange anyway, wasn't it? On the terraces and on the pitch. I mean, you had all the ball again, but it just felt...
That's up to us, Ash, to lift the crowd. You know, that is up to us to create an atmosphere by getting a couple of early shots off, or, you know, scoring an early goal to get the crowd and entertain the crowd. On the whole, we've done that. We've scored a lot of goals, and we've picked the last two games to give sort of 1.5 poor performances. You know, whatever way you dress it up, we've not performed. From, you know, the majority of the group have not performed to the standards they've set, and if that happens, it's difficult to retrieve. But we have 6 games to go. We're going to pick players that are desperate to play for the football club, desperate to be here long term, desperate to have a career in the game, and it may be that's the thing that gives us the best opportunity to get in the playoffs and win them.
Yeah, and like you said, with 6 games to go, have you completely written off the league? I know that's a silly question, but strange things happen, don't they? You could win the next 6.
Yeah.
Lincoln could lose the next 6, so highly unlikely. But so is your mind firmly, it's the playoffs now, totally?
No, Ash, I've got to be really honest, my mind is totally on Guiseley. And I understand football, if we win 6 games, we get 93 points. Usually that's majority years enough to win the league. Will Lincoln and Tranmere drop enough points for that? Don't know. We have to play Tranmere. Lincoln have got some difficult games, so you don't know. All we can do is try and win as many games as we can. The one thing that I want to do is I want to go into, first of all, I want to secure a playoff spot, and then I want to go into the playoffs with real momentum and real good form. We won't be, you know, resting 11 players here and there, and we'll be trying to go all guns blazing to go into the playoffs, hopefully go into the playoffs in real good momentum and form.
Yeah, you said to me after Saturday's game, you now need to find a team that's going to get in the playoffs and then succeed in the playoffs. So is it now thinking of trying to find the 11 that you think can take the club to Wembley and beyond?
I don't think we can 11, because we're going to need more than 11, but I think it's finding the nucleus of a group that are desperate to play, you know. And I'm constantly asking the players questions about, you know, they're making sure they give everything they got on and off the pitch, because as a staff we certainly do that. Yeah, we make mistakes, and do we pick the right team? Do we get the tactics right all the time? No, of course we don't. But we need every player to give every ounce of energy now between now and the end of the season. and the players that do that will be the ones that play.
Yeah, I know you don't want to dwell on injuries and the like, but it has been pretty paramount that Ethan Pinnock being injured has been a huge blow, hasn't it? Because the form at the back has dipped a little bit without Ethan.
Yeah, I think Mark Ellis was doing really well when Ethan was next to him, and since then we've conceded a few goals. So he's a big miss, but we can't do anything about that. We've got to make sure that the players that come into the team defend properly, and if the ball's there, go and head it. You know, Saturday they had one cross in the box, and nobody marked the man. We have 4 defenders in the box, and he's on his own. You know, and there are some experienced defenders in that team. So we need to, as a group, defend better. We can't do anything about Ethan. He might be back for the playoffs, hopefully, if we get in the playoffs, which hopefully we will. But we have to stand up. We've all got to stand up now. We've got injuries. We've got injuries for Saturday. You know, we've got 2 or 3 that have declared themselves not fit to play Saturday. So it will be a much changed team.
Yeah, and I think obviously one of your key players is Christian Deutsch, and Christian is vital, isn't he? Because he is a goal scorer, or he's proved to be a goal scorer this season. Yeah,
the thing with, you know, when you have a player like that, you can't expect him to play well every game, and you can't expect him to score every game. You need somebody else to take the responsibility alongside Christian and to score a couple of goals, to take the weight off him. So that's what we're looking for. You know, we usually like to play with 2 strikers, but we didn't on Saturday. We played with 1, but we played with 2 clever players in behind and 2 wide, high wing backs. So somebody else needs to step up to the plate in the forward areas or attacking midfield players to take the pressure off Christian.
Yeah. There's been a lot of debate with the fans about Keanu Marsh-Brown. Has Keanu still got game time here? Is he still in the plans?
Well, I can't pick him because he's injured. You know, he keeps not completing the training sessions and going in injured, so I can't play him. Simple as that.
And is that how he is at the moment?
Yeah, he's not fit for Saturday. Yeah.
No. Okay, moving on. Do you want to talk about this game Saturday? Guiseley, look at the form table, and they're up there, aren't they?
Yeah, they're done great, haven't they? They got, you know, a couple of good guys there in Adam Lockwood, who used to play here, obviously, and Dave Penny, who's a really experienced manager and coach, and they've had a real good run of form. They've got some good players. They got a good continuity in there. And we played them here and won 3-0, but I never thought it was a 3-0 game. You know, they look quite good, and like I say, they've got some good players, so we're expecting a real tough game up there.
Yeah, where are their threats? Are there threats all over the park?
Yeah, obviously they've got the big boy up front, Cassidy, and they got, you know, they play 4-3-3. You know, the 2 boys wide are good players, Preston and Kevin Hurst. They've got Simon Walton, experienced player in the middle of the pitch. Obviously Johnny Maxted in goal. So, listen, like I say, we're aware of their threats, but we've got to concentrate on us.
Okay, all the best Saturday.
Thanks, Ash.
Cheers.